Hi, my name is Joy. Thank you so much for watching Joy Talk. We have Patty Wiffler with us again, and she is going to share with us how to stay listening with their children. Hi, Patty.
Hi, Joy. Good to be with you.
Thanks for coming again. We as parents, there's a big challenge for us is to see our kids crying or having a tantrum. Do you have any good things can share with us to make sure kids are not crying or they can stay away from the tantrum?
Well, let me tell you a story, and then I'll talk a little bit about crying and tantrums, because we have a mistaken impression of what crying and tantrums mean. So there was a mother who came to a class I was teaching for parents of toddlers, and she was totally fed up with her child. Her daughter had been so difficult for the last several months, and every morning it was a huge battle to get her daughter out of the house, fed, dressed, out of the house and into the car to go off to daycare and work. And her daughter was whining when she left, she was whining when she came home, she was never cooperative, just one battle after another. And this mother was saying, I'm so fed up with this child, I don't know what to do. And our approach assumes that crying is actually a healthy, very beneficial process. And
Really?
that when you listen to a child cry, when you support your child while they're having feelings, it betters your relationship with your child, and it improves your child's behavior. So I put this idea out. We call it stay listening, staying with the child while they're crying. And she said, I am never going to do that. My kid is such a mess already. I don't want to listen to any more crying. And so that's how she left the first class. She came back the next week and she said, I am so amazed. My child's behavior is entirely different. She's fun, she's easy to be with, she's cooperative. And what happened was, I was sick last weekend and I didn't have any energy. And I thought, I am not going to fight with this kid all weekend. I cannot do it. I'm too sick. So maybe I'll try this ridiculous listening stuff. And she said every time her daughter started to cry, she sat down, put her daughter in her lap, looked at her and listened, because that's all the energy she had. And her daughter had 5 or 6 really good cries that weekend. I mean, crying for half an hour, 45 minutes until she felt like stopping. The mom listened because she didn't have any energy to do anything else. And she said on Monday morning, my daughter got up, she dressed herself, she loved her breakfast, she was skipping out to the car. Usually she's clinging to the gate and I have to peel her hands away from the gate to get her in the car. She runs out to the car, sits in her car seat, says, Mommy, tie me in. And off to school they went, singing a song. So listening to children's big feelings really helps them feel closer to you, because you're offering kindness while they're crying, and they don't look like they're absorbing it, but they are getting rid of a heavy load of bad feelings. And as they get rid of those bad feelings, your kindness sinks in, and slowly but surely they feel better and their behavior turns into something much more like what you hope it would be. So this is a new way of handling crying, and it really works wonders.
It sounds like to me crying is a great opportunity for the parent to develop some connection with the kids. It's not necessarily a bad thing when the kids cry. It's like a great chance they can get closer to them, let them release their negative feelings.
It's a golden opportunity. It's really, it doesn't look like it because they don't look happy. And we sometimes feel like we have to fix it. We have to fix everything to make the happiness okay again. But when children, you can't fix feelings. You can express feelings, you can get rid of feelings, but you can't fix them. You can't tell somebody else what to feel. And so it's better to move in, love your child, and accept the feelings until the feelings are gone. And your child doesn't want to cry, so they won't cry any longer than they need to in order to get rid of the feelings that are bothering them. that are causing this not workable behavior. And so if you listen, their windows to your love are so wide open. So your love is more effective while your child is crying or having a tantrum than at any other time in your child's waking moments. It's like you love them with your food, you love them with play, you love them with talking, you love them by, clothing them and making a nice home. But the love you offer as listening is more powerful than all of that, because it helps your child feel understood while their emotional windows are wide open.
Well, that's interesting to know. So sounds like stay listening is really great technique parents need to know to deal with the kids.
Yes, 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 yes.
So here's another question. So how does this stay listening work? What should the parents do to do this stay listening?
Okay. When your child can't think, when they're scared or sad, or they feel like someone has hurt their feelings or hurt them, they will begin to cry. That's your signal to get closer and warmer. And what allows children to feel your support is your gentle eye contact and often gentle touch. Although if a child is having a tantrum and they're just, all over the place on the floor, picking them up doesn't help. So when a child is active, you just want to get close and offer eye contact. And then there's really nothing else to do except say every once in a while, I see how hard it is, or I really want your day to go well, or I'm not going to go away, I'm right here. Just a few little words to say, I care. And because your child needs their full attention on how they feel in order to clean those feelings out. And if you talk, they can't pay attention to how they feel, and they can't learn as much from the process. They need their full intelligence focused on getting feelings out. And that means that the longer you listen, the deeper the feelings go, the bigger the cry, the more dramatic the feelings are. But that's because it's the deep feelings. They're going all the way down to the deepest feelings they have. I hate you. I don't love you. He hurt me. I hate my little sister and I want her to go away. Those are the very deep feelings that cause trouble time and time again all day long. And you want them to go in and feel all that and express it to you so it doesn't bother them anymore. And at the end, children's minds clear, and they behave so much more like they're receiving your love, so much more like they can connect with their siblings and other people around them. They're much more confident. It's a very healthy process.
Yes, 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 yes.
But here's the thing, listening might be kind of new to many of the parents.
Oh, yes.
So what if the parents, especially at the beginning, they cannot do a good job at listening? You have any recommendations about what they should try to do?
Yeah. We know it's hard. It was very hard for me when I first started, and I've helped thousands of parents to learn to listen, and it's been hard for every single one. It makes you either angry or you want to cry yourself. You want to stop it right away. You feel like it's your job to fix it. And so we have lots of feelings about crying, mostly because our parents never or seldom really listened to us when we had feelings that we wanted to cry about. So we've been trained to keep it all in. And so what we like to suggest is that parents set up a listening partnership. So if you're trying to be more emotionally sensitive to your child, and I'm trying that too, then we would get together and I would listen to you and how parenting is for you, what's happening and how you feel about it. And I would just listen. I wouldn't tell you what to do. I wouldn't tell you any judgment of what's going on for you. But if I'm paying attention, you can notice your thinking and notice your feelings better than you can all by yourself. And then after half an hour, then you turn and you listen to me, and I tell you what's going on for me as a parent. So we learn from each other, but without any lessons. You know, I'm not going to give you any lessons. I'm just going to tell you my story. And you're not going to give me any lessons, but you're going to tell me your story, and I'm going to learn from your story and from your experience. And parents, as they learn to listen, it gets safer and safer to share the deep feelings that we all have about parenting. It's really, I think, for almost every parent, it's the thing they care about the most. If anything would ever make them cry, it would be, you know, how their child is doing, things that happen to their child, things their child has said to them that stir their heart. It's like, these are the things that we have big feelings about. And when we can share our feelings with somebody else, we feel better afterwards. We have more patience with our children, and we understand their need to share their feelings so much better. So it's a way of offering each other help with feelings, so we can turn and offer our help to our children with their feelings.
So which means in order to do a good job or better job to stay listening with your children, we better start to find a listening partner and start to do this kind of practice daily or regularly.
That's what we recommend, yes. It's very, very helpful.
Cool.
All of a sudden, parenting feels hopeful. When you start getting listening into your life, all of a sudden you feel like you can figure things out. You feel like you can come up with solutions because somebody's listening to you, and your mind is working more efficiently, and your feelings have a place to go.
And I really like your suggestion, which is just to stay listening. Do not give lesson to other people. No comments, no feedback. Just to be quiet and listen what the other one is telling you.
Actually, our children are brilliant. They know how to cooperate. They know how to share. They know how to learn. They love to learn. It's just feelings that get in their way. And so when we listen to those feelings, we don't have to tell our children, now here's how you have to learn this. You have to do a little bit every day, da 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 da. We don't have to do that. You know, they get up and they run to do their homework after they've been listened to, played with. You know, they've had some laughter, had some crying. So it's a very powerful tool for releasing children's innate intelligence. And then we don't have to scold or teach or guide anywhere near as much. We just need to set limits, listen to the feelings, you know, do special time, and let our children be the geniuses that they are.
I love that idea. Yeah.
Yes, 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 yes.
Can you share with us some of the examples about how to stay listening?
I'll tell you about a dad who did stay listening with his 2.5-year-old son for the very first time. He just emailed us this story a couple of weeks ago.
2-year-old son.
He's a 2.5.
2.5. Oh, wow. Okay.
He's a very young child. And this is a single dad, so there's no mom.
Oh, okay.
And he said he had never listened to his child's feelings, but he read my book and thought he would try it. So his little boy was crying about losing something. And he came in and he got closer and warmer, put his hand on his child and said, I'm right here. And he let his little boy cry for a long, long time. He didn't tell us how long, but I got the impression it was at least a half an hour.
That's long.
It's a long time, big cry. And when his little boy stopped crying, his face lightened up and he looked at his daddy and he said, phew, there was a lot in there. And then he said, Daddy, take off your shirt. I want to lie on you. And so his daddy took off his t-shirt and lay down on the sofa with his son. His son put his cheek right on his chest and just lay there soaking in his dad's warmth and fell asleep. And the father said, I've never been so moved in all my life. Wow. Just, you know, it's the little boy's awareness that he had just offloaded a big, heavy load and then slept so peacefully right up next to his daddy. So it really brings parents and children closer together when you stay listening.
Oh, that's a beautiful story.
It is.
Wow. I'm touched already. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being with us today.